What's good, everybody? It is your boy Underdog Flight K Clutch 24/7. We are here giving you guys a little Blitz on the 33 Cup. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first seen this Blitz being used on me, I was like, "Hey, this is it's a little something different now." But this Nickel Blitz 3, it kind of confuses a lot of people, which is what you kind of want to have when it comes to certain things like this. So we're gonna come out in a base, have it with match on things like that. Come out in the Blitz and then we're going to come out in, let's just say we come out in this play here. So what we are going to do here is now we're just basically going to press. Now, normally if you would see certain plays in this book, let me go ahead and actually go into the play. You would normally see like this Sam Will Blitz 3 where all the guys are here. You have the basic cover 3 in the back. That's one thing that people will come out in. But if you come out in this Nickel Blitz 3, not gonna lie to you, buddy. It's gonna get a lot confusing. It's definitely gonna help you out because now Neeland or what you call it, Neeland or anybody of that sense is going to sit here and pick up on 78, and the corner comes in free. So what you want to do, if you want to, you can go ahead and QB contain, and then re-blitz the X over here. So now you got to contain on the left side, but then 78 can now either pick up on Neelan or pick up on Bland. And that kind of helps you out with that spot. You don't even need to hover. Just basically stay right here and do that. And you guys can see how fast he moved over just so he can get to the quarterback. So with that, as we go ahead and go to the instant replay again, you guys can see instantly 73 and 60 moves over towards this man over here on this side. So that's already a gimme. Then you have the center on the one person, 70 on the one person, and now 78 has to guard two people. Either he gets on the corner or he gets to 94. Now over here on this side, the other guy, which is technically a linebacker, he goes back into coverage and he basically bags that to the point where you can actually, you can actually click on to get a pick, especially if you get a pick artist right there. So you guys can see right there, once again, the blitz comes in very, very fast. Now, if you wanted to, you could sit here and not only flip the cornerbacks, flip the play. It's not going to be, it's really, I wouldn't say it's not that much of a chess match, but sometimes you're going to send the guy, sometimes you're not. So here we're going to do this again. This time we're going to actually do this. And now he's actually blitzing as normal instead of the slot guy coming. So now with the slot guy coming, I don't know what's going on with the defense over on that side, but with this, you can actually just hover right here. Just literally hover in one of these spots. I will prefer this side over here because if you want to, after you go ahead and blitz him, now you actually got a four-man blitz. You got something of that nature inside of there. Make something work. But then if you want like for somebody to come in free, all you got to do is just engage with 73 and one of them comes in. So we're going to go ahead and engage just like, well, that was a terrible engage. But if you do that correctly to the point where you can get one of them to come over and interact with you, boom, just like that, you could get one of those to come in. What you call it? The object of this is if you just push R1 and down, which is basically to bring them in, this blitz is going to come in. It's going to come in. You don't even have to do anything else special. Like I said right there, Micah goes back, and that's really much a pick. This blitz will come in. He has to sit here and wait on two people. And as you can see with this, even in the inside, we low-key can get a D-line, what you call it? We can get a little, what's the thing called? It's a disengage. We can low-key get a disengage right there because of how the defense worked right there. I kind of messed that up. But as you guys can see right there, you switch on to number 11, and that's a pick. Especially if you have a linebacker with some abilities on, you could easily get that for a pick. And then you can change this up to a cover 4 and work on it like this. Just hover right over here in the box with it. As soon as he hikes, hold on to left trigger. boom, and as you guys can see, boom, I can now switch on over, and he goes over there and makes the play for you. So now it basically looks like he's going to blitz. Somebody tries to throw it out real quick. You can add this in, and you could make magic happen. So basically, you can stay behind here, you can stay in here, you can stay in here, depending on which one else you think is better. Hold on to the left trigger, come back up, and as you guys can see, boom, once again, Micah is making that pick. He might not always make that pick. If you got an ability on him, cool, but you gotta have a linebacker in that spot that can make that play for you. Now, if you want to send them, there you go. Now you went on them and you did it by yourself. You got this right here. Now it's going to cause a disengage on that side. So boom, we're going to flip that over on that side. Now we made into a cover 3. You can send all 5 of these people, or you can just go back to sending this. Pretty much doesn't matter. So now it becomes that chess game. I got to fix the coverage in the back, to be honest with you, because it's just getting burnt every single time. But now with that going on, as you guys can see, now you possibly could get disengage on that left side with a looping, with the looping guy right there can work out with that. Oh yeah, because he's not pressed over to that side. Boom. And he's not pressed over to that side. Yeah, you definitely got to move these guys back. I did not even recognize that. But yeah, you can even go back to the original play that this was and do this, bring it in just like that. And you guys can see it's going to get pressure either way because it's 5 people. And with that wasn't even a other play. This was still the same play. You just blitzed them and did QB contained. And the one thing that happens with this is that it's basically now a loop. Now the only way for you to get that loop, we're going to put R1 and down. We're going to go on him, push X, and then down with the blitz. And now as you do that, we QB contain. The one way that this could happen, when he contains on a 60. And with Osa, when he loops all the way around, he's going to get around to get behind Micah. Is that going to happen every single time? No, but it does happen enough times to where now that loop is more consistent to the point that you can get a loop and he doesn't even get to hold on. So like right there, he gets over to him and he can now basically get a loop to get towards that quarterback. So even if you get a contain over there to that side, it's not going to be the same. Boom, we're going to move these out because I keep forgetting to do this. So basically, re-blitz him, QB contain, and now you got a contain over there on that side to kind of help out. So, going to hike it again, move. You guys can see he loops all the way around. He loops all the way around. That's all he's supposed to be doing, is looping all the way around. And is he going to get caught every single time? Not all the time, which is a good thing. See, he moves all the way around. He tries to follow him, but then he basically passes along this guy towards him, and then he's not going to get picked up. This is what you're looking for when it comes to, This is what you're looking for when it comes to you wanting that loop to come in. So now not only do you have the not only do you have that cornerback coming in on that side making it happen, but now you also got this loop on the left side that comes in when it wants to. You guys move it on over, and you see sometimes it doesn't even get in all the time. The one way for you to get it in is for you to add a left end over there to that spot and keep the left outside linebacker right there. So we can bring this in and come down. Boom, boom, boom. Now we can do this. As a matter of fact, let's keep it towards that. So I pressed the D-pad to the right and then down to basically pinch them in. So then now the the loop on that left side can come in even more. You're not messing with anything on the D-line. So now when he goes and loops around, he possibly has a chance to go in and loop over. So like I said, this is practice mode. This isn't going to be as consistent in game. You're going to have to do this and figure it out yourself to the point where this works. And then sometimes you get it just like this, where the QB contain will actually be on that D tackle. So that means he could come in free on that right side, which is sometimes what you want, sometimes you don't, because you don't know how the pressure is going to get in. Like, boom, now he's over there on the outside. See, like, that's what you kind of don't want. You don't want that in So boom, you bring R1 down. It's basically going to press everybody in there for you. And then all you're going to do is go over to Micah, blitz him down, QB contain, and now you got the loop that could come in when you need it. Hold on to L1 once again. You see he comes back around, and as you guys can see, not only do you have pressure on one side, you have pressure on the other side too. So not only do you have that loop on the left, now on the right-hand side, as he comes on in, you got that coming in. Now, how do you say, hey, that hasn't happened before? Well, this is another trick to happen where if I'm holding left trigger, 78 is basically going to pay attention to me. Now the contain is coming in completely free, and now I got a loop on the left side. So once again, hold R1. Push R1 and push down to go in and pinch everybody. Make sure you move the corners back outside, because then as you guys can see with the computer that you can actually get burnt. Go over to Micah, blitz him, and then QB contain. And then all you are going to do, actually after you move the safety, not the safety, the slant back over into that spot, you can make it to this little shell. You stay right here, and all you have to do is just hold left trigger. All you're doing is just holding left trigger. As soon as it hikes, hold left trigger. It moves him over, and he basically will start looking towards, looking towards me instead of looking at that edge, guys. Now, sometimes when you guys seen it in that part, he's not going to sit here and look at me the whole time. So that's when you start moving your guy in closer with it, move down just like this, and it will do the same thing. And as you guys can see, if he is paying attention over to the right side to where that contain is, you also look at the right, and you have that right coming in as well. That's just going to keep transferring every single time. You guys can see it's free. You really don't have to do anything. Just do not mess with the defense alignment in the inside. You basically just pressing inside, going over here, blitzing him again, and QB containing. You really don't have to do anything. Because the point of attack of him going to the left, as soon as you crash it down, that's the end of it. There's really nothing else to do. You already done messed it up. So once again, we're going to go over here on this side. So maybe you can hold right here. Hold on to left trigger. And then now, as you guys can see, Micah came in free. So sometimes it's going to loop. Sometimes it comes in. Sometimes it don't. So now, boom, he goes over and looks right over at 60. He goes over there to where he is, and now he comes in free. This is the great thing that it is about this defense. You don't have to always have you don't always have to have some cheesy blitz. You can just keep this here. You don't really have to do that much. Just hold it right here. Move down with your user while holding left trigger, and either 78 is going to come to you or 60 is going to go over to that D tackle so he can come in free. You guys see it just like that. And then the loop starts coming in too, and now you have trouble. So this is a blitz that you could do that's real universal. One thing that I will say is to come out in the play where the slot is going to blitz. Because if you come out in the other play, I do not feel like the defensive alignments will be the same if you come out with the nickel blitz 3 on this left side. So another thing that I want to show you guys with that, the reason why I say do that, is if you look at this nickel blitz 3, they are already aligned in the game to go and slant to a different way. When you go into here, they're not. They're automatically pressed to come down. So, like, basically they would slant all the way towards the left. I can come out in this Will Blitz 3, and you'll think, what if I just come out in Will Blitz 3 and then just slant the D-line over? So basically now slant the D-line over, QB contain, do it that way. Actually slide it to the left, QB contain. Does it work the same way there? Well, I'm basically going to show you now. Sometimes it do. Sometimes it don't. But you can come out in either play. Like, I'll just say you can come out in either play and do whatever. So, boom, flick it out to the left and do that. But you guys can see that right there. That's what I meant to show you. If you do the same adjustments as you did before, that little blitz assignment where that D tackle is, it's not going to be the same thing as what it will be in the other one. So hold it right here. Do it just like that. You guys can see the slant, the little contain on the right side will came in, but it wasn't the same thing as it is in the other play. That's why I said come out in this play more. So come out in the nickel blitz 3. We're going back at this play again. Just basically R1 down. That's all you're doing. You're doing R1 down, spreading the cornerbacks out, and then QB contain. and then putting your slot into whatever you want him to be in. So now that D tackle is literally going out the way that you want him to be. You can now just stay on this side, so now you can get the contain to come in just like that, and then you have the loop coming in on that left side, and you can either stay in a cover 4 or you can stay in a cover 3, and it's very fast. So whoops. Boom. Now that's done. And boom, hold it just like this, come on back up. And as you guys can see, either if you don't have the contain on the right side, you still got the loop on the left side. And even if the loop don't go there, you still basically have a QB contain that's going to help you out. Boom. Got it just like this. This is what you want to see with your defense, or move it on over. Actually, with this, you can do inside quarter. No, not an inside quarter. Do an outside third. Outside third can bring them outside. Well, out there, you don't really need the package anymore. You can just do that. Boom. Keep it just like this. You guys can see the contain right there. There's the loop right there. And everything is already bagged. So that's pretty much it with this blitz. It's a very, very simple blitz. It's not really that much that you got to like worry about with it. Now, like I said, if you want that loop to come in even faster, put it in there. Put somebody with some fast speed there. Not somebody like Osa that's not really that fast. Like if you move Micah to the inside and then move a linebacker out there on that spot, you can do that as well. But then once again, if you don't want to set all that up and you just want the cornerback to come in, then just do that. Just go ahead and send the corner in. And just basically just set it up the same way as you did before. Hold on to left trigger, come back out, and you guys can see the corner just comes in completely free. But do it periodically. Don't do it so much that we can be like, oh, wherever the cornerback is, I'm just going to send them out. Do it in the space that you know is going to work out for you. So basically set it up. Outside quarter, outside quarter. And boom. That's pretty much it. Hold on to this right there. And then you got him coming in screaming on that side. It's fairly easy. So if you guys like this blitz, definitely let me know in the comments down below. It is very, very easy to set up. Very, very few adjustments. So once again, for the very last time, R1 and down. Then you double tap left on a D-pad to bring up your defensive alignments, push square, and then blitz. And then all you're doing is QB containing. And then double tap triangle X and up to put them inside of a seam flap. And then if you do not have time to bring your corners back, push square and then left on the right stick, put them on the outside quarter, and same thing with the corners over there. Now, if you do not have fast corners, or you do not have fast fingers to adjust like I do, then these corners is going to get burnt on these outsides, just like it is. So right here, you guys see the outside leverage. But because it's the outside quarter right there and it's pressed, they're going to act like it's man and they're going to do that. So now we can go over here to the other side and see if it's the same thing. And you guys see over here, yeah, he's basically, he's kind of in a way that he looks like he can get burnt. So if it's best for you, yes, to move him back if you can. Boom. And then go ahead and do your adjustments, bring him down and go and just like that. But sometimes putting the outside third, it kind of helps. Sometimes it doesn't. And right there, as you guys can see, even if they do not have time or anything to throw, sometimes that loop does not come in. Do not worry. Even if he does not come in time, you still have enough time to set it up. Boom. And now you're done. That's basically it. Just set your adjustments up in the back. If you really want to, boom, put it in something like this. So now it actually works out for you. Keep it just like this. Roll on out, and you guys can see a whole bunch of disengages and things of that nature is coming in because you are trying to loop on that left side with a contain on the right side, and it just calls for a lot of confusion and a lot of success. Boom. Now you can rock out just like that. Very, very easy blitz to set up. Hold on to the left trigger, come right on back, and like I said, that right there, if you do not back off your corners, you are going to get burnt. That is the only thing with this defense that is kind of bad. So boom, you bring them out over there, bring them out over there. Boom, boom. That's all you're doing. That's basically all you're doing. And the defense is just like that. Boom, come right back out. All I got to do is cover onto the running back. You see how everything is boxed up by that one person? and you still got a deep third in the middle that's going to sit here right there. So that's all you're basically doing. So if you guys like this, make sure you guys go and leave a like. Comment down below some other blitzes you guys like for me to show you guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. And as always, folks, peace out.